Hey everybody, surf fishing Florida. We're going to be after the bluefish, the sharks, and the rays with cut bait. But first we got to catch something, preferably a whiting. Okay, we got our bluefish rig on there, a finger mullet washed up on the beach. And that's what we're going to be using until she can get me some whiting. Let's see if the bluefish are out there. We have been here almost 3.5 hours. She just caught a whiting off camera and now she's getting some bites. Is he on there? Because we had only got a couple of bites on that finger mullet and just some tiny bites on her fish bites. So I'm going to put the light shark rod together and put probably a double hook rig, and we're going to be staying today. All right, I put the whiting head on that she caught earlier off camera. That's 25 inches of 480 cable plus the 7.5 foot, a 60-pound twisted mono. So this is going to be the shark rig, and I may go to the double 80 rig as she gets some more whiting. All right, I switched out the mullet to 2 little pieces of whiting on one of our bluefish rigs with the 9-foot Tika and the BG 5000, and she's taking this rod for sure, and the light shark rod's going to be my rod today. Okay, I'm in the process of moving our stuff, and she catches a dinkomatic whiting, but that's okay because we got another 5 or 6 hours. We're staying till hell freezes over. And I moved.
You want to keep it?
Yeah. From here, about 40 yards down the beach, I'm just going to move everything because over here in this section, it's just so shallow. That cut is only about 10 feet wide. And I can't even throw the shark rod. I got the whiting head buried in the sand because I weighed out and the current and the seaweed takes it all the way down the beach. So that's the disadvantage of not coming to the beach for over 2 weeks. I don't know what the beach is. So we usually don't move. When we set up, that's where we stay the rest of the day. Okay, we've been here a little over 4.5 hours. We moved everything about 40-50 yards down. It's not really going to show up on the camera, but at least the first cut, even though it's low tide, it's a little bit deeper right here. So we're going to be staying at least another 5 or 6 hours. So it could be a marathon trip today. But we just got to get something. We got the little whiting for cut bait. So as the tide comes in, let's see what happens. I took the 9.0 Super Mutu out and put a 8.0 Gorilla hook so I can run the little chunks of whiting because I don't have enough bait to run another double hook rig. She just caught a little pompano off camera. All we need is one decent whiting or a bluefish and we got plenty of bait. Wow, I get to actually film her catching one. I don't even care if it's a little small whiting. That just guarantees us a couple of baits for each rod. I just hope it ain't one of them little pompanos. Oh, good. Oh man, that's a good size one. I can even put the head of that on the Gorilla hook if I want to. All right, now we got plenty of bait. I still think we got about 1.5 hours or 2 hours before it gets deep enough that the bluefish will move in. Because that's 3 whiting and a little tiny pompano, and we're pushing on the 5-hour mark. All right, good job. As the tide's coming in, at least the whiting are starting to bite anyway. She caught another little small one off camera. I hope the bluefish move in. Wow, that's another super dinky one. Let him go because I kept that other one. It's better than nothing, huh? Well, we've been here 7 hours now. It's about 3 hours before high tide. Pretty disappointing trip. She's got 5 whiting in the little tiny pompano. We haven't got a single bite on the cut bait rods. 2 little bumps in the morning, that's it. So I'm gonna put a little whiting head. It's the perfect size for the gorilla hook. And maybe we can get a shark or a stingray. We still got another 3 hours to go because we're not gonna leave at high tide. We're gonna stay. You think it's the biggest whiting of the day? All she's been using today is straight fish bites, that's all. Oh, I think that is the biggest whiting of the day. Good. I'm gonna put some fresh pieces on the Bluefish rig. We're filming every trip. I thought we'd have bluefish action for sure. Especially if we're gonna fish for 11 hours today. All right, good job. All right, I told you I don't like putting the live fish on because the black-nosed sharks just rip them off. But we're now obsessed with catching something before we leave. So she caught another little dinky whiting and I'm gonna put it on there live. Okay, we've been here over 9 hours. Hold that thing up. And now some huge mats of the seaweed are coming in. There was a bunch of little crabs mixed in it. We're still gonna try to throw it a couple of more times as we're packing up because now we're obsessed with getting at least one bluefish. All right, we're wrapping it up. The sun's going down. It's been a 10-hour trip. We're gonna be packing up. Maybe she gets lucky and catches a bluefish right before we leave. Been a long, disappointing day, but it is what it is.
Thanks for watching.